New breakthrough on discs. So I want to throw this in here. Just because I thought it was really fascinating because it opens the question of physical media. And could it stick around? Because John is anti-physical media. But
it's not that I'm anti. It's just I'm pro digital.
Okay, all right. No, I did really think that there was an interesting article that I went through and stuff, and I watched a couple videos on it because it did kind of just pop up in my head. It's like, man, we really have just been rocking with Blu-ray for like what 15 years now, like with no advancement. I mean, Blu-ray started
Ultraviolet as well.
Yeah,
which came out after Blu-ray, but I mean, you don't really hear a whole lot about it.
No, like we've rocked the same stuff for a long time with zero advancement. So it's just like it was a pretty fascinating thing. So basically, you can check this out. I think it was from Live Science. I think is the article. So just look up Live Science, optical disc, and you should be able to find the article. And it's pretty fascinating. But scientists have developed a new type of optical disc that can increase info storage capacity to petabit level, which is 125 terabytes, or a combined capacity of 15,000 DVDs. That's a lot. These optical discs are durable and inexpensive, but for it to be at a commercial level, the writing speed will need to be improved and more energy efficient. They talked about in the testing that they went through, just the kind of laser that they used and stuff like that. They're going to swap to a different laser to see if how much faster they can make the writing speed and everything to try to just increase everything about it. But I thought it was a really fascinating thing that came out because obviously, physical media is dying off in gaming and in movies and stuff like that. Since this is a game show, we'll talk about the gaming aspect of things. But digital is more convenient. I think we can all agree to that. It is more convenient. But the problem with digital, and we see it all the time, is that you don't own your games. Shout out to the Ubisoft guy. Get comfortable not owning your games, and that's where people like myself and Zach as well. It's like, we like to have physical copies because we actually own the game. I love if I can get physical, I'm going to get physical pretty much all the time. Zach's a big collector's edition guy. And obviously, if you get a collector's edition, you want a physical copy. I hate getting a steel book and no physical copy. That pisses me off. It's so stupid.
It's just weird.
It's so dumb. But it's just a really interesting thought because also you look around the landscape, even in like the 360 PS3 generation, we had select games that were 2-disc games.
Yep.
And now in this generation, there are still games that come out that are 2 or even 3-disc games. Actually, I think we have our first 4-disc game. Might not be first, actually. There was probably a 4-disc game way back in the day, I think. Maybe one of the Final Fantasies or something on PlayStation. I could be wrong. But
most of the Final Fantasies on PlayStation.
Yeah, but like Baldur's Gate 3 for Xbox, it was going to be 3. I think they bumped up to 4 discs. But you have the entire game on disc, which is interesting. Like Avatar is a 2-disc game. Red Dead on the PS4 was a 2-disc game. That's still a thing that still goes on today. It's just, like I said, as recent with Baldur's Gate and Avatar, both being multi-disc games. So it's just, apparently, this is, fun information for me to learn throughout this whole process that Blu-ray can only hold 25 gigabytes or something like that. It's just like, damn, that's nothing.
No, it's not.
That's nothing. So it's like you get one of these optical discs, this becomes the future. And it's like you could put your 180 gigabyte Call of Duty all on the one disc.
You could literally put Baldur's Gate 3 on one disc.
Yeah, exactly, which is insane. Do I think this is going to save physical media for gaming? No, I don't, because I think just the digital age. What are you playing over there, John?
I'm not playing anything. I'm watching a video.
What are you watching over there, John?
I'm watching the gameplay showcase.
Okay, for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Shout out to that one too. We'll chat about that here in a bit. But do I think this is going to save physical games? Unfortunately, no. I think the writing's on the wall that it's coming to a close, especially for the next generation. But I think it gives that percentage chance that it might not die.
But it gives it a lifeline for all those collectors now.
Exactly.
In the future, when we have collector's edition, there's still a small chance, bitty small chance, that we'll get a disc.
Yes, and that is the biggest one of them all. And I also just had the thought process too. When I was driving earlier, it's just if we're gonna do physical copies of games, I don't know if they're maybe it's just a run speed, write speed, or whatever. But it's I don't know why we just don't go to a more of a cartridge level, because those hold a shit ton of data. I'm not saying the size of a Switch cartridge, but those hold a shit ton of data. You can get cartridges with extreme amount of space for very inexpensive.
Yeah, people don't want the bulky cartridges though.
Yeah, I know. But I was just that's an option to go. It's just you have cartridges that hold a shit ton of data that could hold your Call of Duty. that could hold your Baldur's Gate potentially. So I don't know. That was just a thought that I had, but keeping it as disc, I mean, that'd be sweet. Like I said, do I think this new breakthrough is going to save physical media? No, probably not. This is probably just going to be used as like a very high end, like maybe business level for storage disc. A lot of that's all it's going to be used for. But would it be cool to see it come to gaming? Because obviously, when it comes to movies and stuff, I mean, it would be beneficial for. I feel like for certain types of movies, like I feel like you could get like the full experience of like, let's say, Oppenheimer, like on one of these discs, and it be like what it would be almost like in a theater for you with everything that goes into that film. And I mean, God bless, that film's reel was like miles long. It was insane how long that film's reel was that they had to move into the theaters. But I feel like it'd be very beneficial for gaming as we continue to see games increase in size nonstop. I don't even know what is. I'm gonna have to look this up later. What is the biggest game size of all time? I'm very curious because we're seeing stuff hit like 200 plus.
No, well, you can't necessarily look that up because there's meme shit out there.
That's true.
For that,
I know, but I'm gonna try to find the answer.
I mean, average like of what you're looking at these days is like downloading like 120.
Yeah.
Like 120 for a lot of games is kind of standard these days, which is crazy for like a lot of these big like AAA type games. You download like its required space is like 130 gigs or something, and then meanwhile I'll download a random indie game on Steam that has a 500. No, it's like a 500 meg download that I'll play for 10 times as long.
Right.
But yeah, it's like, I mean, hell, it's one of the things that's frustrated me for the past few years, especially moving away from physical, is since all the consoles and everything didn't have, I mean, they've all had like, what, 250, 500 gig drives in them?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You get to download 4 games.
Yep.
It's like, that's been the worst part about
that has, yeah.
because they just stopped caring about how big the games actually were. Because think about it, if you're a console player and you want to and like say Warzone is something you play like with your buddies or something every now and then, you probably get to have Warzone and one other game on there.
Sure.
That's not.
Because I'm pretty sure that game's like 200 gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is with all its updates. So you get Warzone and then Fortnite, and you're good.
Yeah, basically, because like I think with the like the base PS5 that I've got, I think its storage was only like 600 something gigabytes. I think that's all it was. Honestly,
It would have had to been more.
No,
'cause
it can't be because like I think I have the like a very similar edition that you have, and mine's at least a tera.
Yeah, I was
like
about to say
terabyte.
the Series X was a
think-
terabyte.
I think they upgraded it though.
Well, I have the Horizon.
Yeah, I think that's an upgraded one. Like here, let me look.
Was the base one that's shitty? Because I mean, Series.
because that was one of the things.
No,
that
because
they
I think it was
addressed.
a terabyte because
it might be.
the digital editions were 500 gigs, which is also
It would
stupid.
It would have to be because the Series X that I got is one of the base ones, and then it has a terabyte.
It might be. It might have been a terabyte.
Yeah, because
Okay, so the internal storage of the original PS5 was 825 gigabyte SSD, so it only gave 667 gigabytes available.
Wow. Okay.
Fucking stupid. That's the one that I have. So because that's fucking stupid.
Okay.
So that's fascinating.
Then maybe my S doesn't have as much memory as I
Yes.
think it does.
Standard was
No,
825. Yeah.
the Series S,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 500 actual space.
So like here's like
okay.
here's a Reddit post about it where it's just like I see just the quick little comment, without clicking on. It's like the default space is enough for like 5 to 7 PS5 games. That's it. So you're gonna be uninstalling stuff a lot, which is what I had to deal with before I got my SSD. So I had the external drive from the PS4. It doesn't run games that well, I found out. But I just use that for storage. So I have to transfer my games back and forth between that external drive and the base console just to play them. So I have to go through there. I'm like, okay, like which of these games am I feeling like playing? Which of these games I'm like, all right, let's move that over to the side. Because it may take a few minutes like to transfer it over, but that few minutes is still a hell of a lot faster than trying to install the entire game from scratch. So yeah, it's a pain, man. It's a pain.
Because I run into that problem on my Series S.
Yeah.
Where I'm like when hell, when WWE 2K24 came out, I'm like looking at my games list. I'm like, okay, which of these do I not see myself playing right now?
That's me with my Xbox right now.
Which I'm probably going to take most of it off there because my Series S has historically mostly been used for either WWE, MLB The Show when it comes to Game Pass,
Yeah.
and then whatever Game Pass games I'm playing.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and move some stuff around on it.
Yeah.
You gonna play the show that just came out, 24?
Did it just come out? I thought it was next week.
You can currently download it on Game Pass.
I must have got my date wrong there.
No.
I had all my dates wrong on when the games were coming out.
Right. Let's see. MLB The Show 24. Let's look. Says I can pick it up tomorrow. Says that it's out 15th. So probably on Game Pass then.
Probably on Game Pass. I'll download it and play it.
Yeah, it was out like a week early for the special edition. So
Yeah, it says get it now on Game Pass. So yeah, I guess you can go home and play some MLB The Show, John. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Just
So
like
it's always something I keep downloaded
yeah,
because
spend some time on.
it's what like I'll get into it for like a good week or two when it comes out, and then it's just one of those where like once a month or something every now and then you're like, I just want to sit down and play. So
Yeah, I feel that. I got some games.
I feel like that's like probably kind of like Madden for you in a sense.
Not
if
anymore.
the Madden's not shit.
you know,
If the Madden's not shit, yes, but I have not actually played Madden since like Madden 19, so that'd be 2018.
I'm debating my sports game for the year. I
College
can't-
football, baby.
Nope.
Come on, it's the comeback.
Top Spin 25.
Oh my God, you and Top Spin. Yeah, it's coming out next month.
I've never played a Top Spin game.
Neither have
But it's
I.
also the first time I've seen a tennis game suggested in years.
And it's also
That's tennis.
Yeah.
it's coming in at $70. EA's just like screw it, let's do it. Or is that 2K? Is that 2K?
Yep, 2K Top Spin 25.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't be joining you on that one. I'm more likely to join him in college football.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's have a college football dynasty, boys. It'll be great.
What?
Yeah, college football dynasty. It'll be great.
Do I get to spear somebody?
No, well, I mean, maybe, yeah, on the field, yeah, sure. Not with an actual.
It's
spear,
kind
though,
of
but
like a
tackle.
spear,
Yeah, it's
and
kinda-
you can, but anybody can do it, and it can happen every play.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, sure. We'll have fun.
Don't promise that.
I'll have fun. I'll have a great time, assuming the game's not Madden with a college skin. Assuming it's not Madden with a college skin, I'll have a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Just like I'm looking forward to seeing the potential of these new discs. You know, we'll see if
That's what you guys were talking about.
yeah, we'll see if it saves physical media. I don't think it will. I would like it to possibly save it, but I think the whole industry, if it can become readily available even before this generation is over, I would say there's a slight chance the next generation of gaming could still be disc-based and they be using these. If it can become readily available before then.
For commercial
Question.
use.
Yes, for commercial use.
If it does become readily available, but using that disc increases the price, are you okay with that?
Like the game price?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've already accepted that next generation the game's going to go. Like I'm in the boat personally. I don't think we're going to see a 70 to 80 jump. I'm going to go ahead and just set myself up for like max like levels, and I think games are going to be like $100. Like legitimately, I really, really do. I think we're going to see.
You know what's
a
gonna
massive
piss
jump.
me off?
$100 games.
No, if they increase the price of physical games for this new disc, and it increases my digital price,
That's fair.
that would
that shit needs to stop. That's dumb.
if that reasoning is why they increase prices, and then it increases my digital price, I'm gonna be pissed
I don't blame you. I would be too.
because that shit keeps happening.
It does. Digital and physical prices, man, are the exact same, and I can't get behind that.
I can understand it in most, like for most games when it's just we're gonna release it. You have two options to buy it.
Yes.
It's like I don't expect them to give me like a $5-10 discount or something.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if the only reason you're citing the game price going up is going to be this new disc, my fucking digital price better stay the same.
I agree. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I would, because I'm already expecting another price increase. I don't think we'll be $70 games in the next generation. At the least, we'll be 80. At the most, I think we'll be 100.
Think of how good some of these like games that are already coming in at $40 are gonna be.
I know.
Think of how good that's gonna feel when they
game's
try to
$100.
when they try to sell you the same Ubisoft game that you've bought for the past few years.
Yep.
Again,
With just a new skin.
Yeah.
and they try to sell it to you for $100.
Yep.